Yo, what is up? Alright, welcome back. If you've seen my other videos, you know I'm new to this. This is actually my second videos, so I've only posted one other. I don't know which order you've watched these in, but yeah, I'm gonna keep posting more and more, so yeah. Again, I never really knew how important it was to like and subscribe until like I did all this research recently because I was making my own content. But it's really important to us that you like and subscribe. So if you can hook me up, appreciate you very much. And yeah, let's get into this. So this video, okay? Um, This video is, I mean, it's kind of going to be covering legendary content. That's what I use this for. But yeah, here it is. So I like to do District Union Arena, yada, yada, yada. So here's the thing. This video is basically going to just be a rant about specializations. And the reason why is because I feel like all these specializations, they're all similar. Like if you run all these, there isn't much difference. There, it's like it's small differences. Okay? Except for one of them. Survivalist, which is what this video is about, I feel like has a huge edge over the other ones. It's not just like a small edge. It's a big edge that Survivalist has over all the other specializations. As far as what gear to use, okay, I actually don't even have a build. Like, I'm using some, like, I just threw this together to actually run tests. And, yeah, it works fine. It's just like a skill build turret drone. Lots of people are using those. I decided to test it out. It works fine. For you, what I'm going to say is just run with whatever you're comfortable with. This video isn't really recommending gear to you. It's just recommending a specialist. Okay? So keep your gear, and then I would just switch over to survivalist specialist. So, or, absorb the information. So, let's get into it. Survivalist and why. Alright, so here's the thing. Really quickly, if you're on a tank build, I'm not necessarily saying tanks should be in legendary or not. I'm just saying in general. Let's say you do want to run a tank build and you're just like all blues and you have no DPS. Okay, you're not someone who is supposed to be doing DPS. So for you to have a crossbow and to shoot a heavy when he spawns and you're basically instantly killing that heavy is clutch. Okay? If you didn't know that, if you shoot a heavy with a crossbow, his armor breaks, you can immediately touch his health, and he's like one shot, one clip or whatever. He's like really easy to kill. So if you're on a tank build, for instance, like not a DPS build, and you're on a tank build and you're using a crossbow and you're like doing all this crazy DPS to heavies, that is really good. And it's really the same thing for skill builds. If you're on a skill build, I don't think you should be able to have an insane amount of just like stupid burst damage, which a crossbow does like deliver. Like this thing is basically one tapping the heavies. Now, the way I kind of picture this, I don't know necessarily how many survivalists you would want in the group without like thinking it over. I guess there's damages that you would want from like other specialists to like make a complete package. But I do think you want more than one because like sometimes there's three heavies coming out and sometimes you're either low on ammo, you're missing ammo, or they're just rushing up. If there's like multiple people who are like say one is calling out, all right, I'm gonna break the left heavy. Another one's like, I'm gonna break the right heavy, and they're just instantly breaking these heavies. These heavies are getting evaporated. Okay, and that is just the heavies are getting evaporated. That is basically the hardest content in legendaries, or even in raids. Like, if you've been playing the new raid and the heavies are out, boom, just hit them with a crossbow, and life's gonna be a lot easier. Now that alone is enough for me to think that Survivalist is better than any other specialist. But the crazy thing is that is not it, okay? There is so much inside of this tree that is just so good. I don't even know what's this mag do. I don't even know what that mag does. Alright, anyways. Let's see here. Group members get 10 bonus damage to targets with status effects. Okay. Damage is huge. 10% damage to targets with status effect. I haven't really seen people too much running like blind and like EMP too much anymore. The old build. But a lot of times there is status affected enemies everywhere. If not, this should be a means to status affect enemies. And I think crossbow even makes stuff bleed. Oh, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm a noob. Anyways, but yeah, this damage is huge to your team. What's this do? I don't even know what this stuff does. Let me read this stuff real quick. 10 skill haste, I guess. Pulse resistance. Okay, so what's this? Outgoing healing. 15 outgoing healing. We're gonna move on from that. Protection against elites is fair. Okay, here's the next big thing. Some groups are or are not running healers. Okay, now here's the thing. The more, especially if you're not running healers. Okay, especially if you're not running healers. The more survivalists that there are in a group makes these armor kits so OP. You might not seem like it, or it might not seem like it, but these things are crazy because every time someone hits one, they're healing their team. Everybody. Like, I can't even, like, explain it. And in legendaries, I feel like people are always in range of this. In every single phase of a legendary, people are always in range with this. So this medkit right here is very powerful, and the more people running it just seems so much better, because yeah, everyone's always going to have medkits. It's crazy. So I'm gonna move on here. Now the crossbow I think is the highlight, but I actually have what I would like to think is one bigger highlight. And I don't know, this is going to sound crazy, but I think this is probably one of my favorite and best parts about this build. And that is going to be the fire grenades. Okay? I don't even know, you get like 8 of these things. You get something like that. These fire grenades are so OP. Okay? First of all, let's say there's not people status affecting in the group for this 10% damage to bonus, right? These fire grenades will be a source of status effect for you, okay? Now, I'm just saying, if not. Anywho, believe it or not, I feel like I kill everything in the legendary with these fire grenades. I run skill, I run DPS, I run whatever, but I feel like my fire grenades are the thing that's doing everything, because I'm spawn killing them with these fire grenades. Now, An example of this is DUA at the end when when the boss comes out. I'm pre-throwing fire grenades like on each side of the wall. So there's never any ads for me when I play because the ads are jumping down into the fire. Um Now to take this a step further, um well, I will actually comment as well. All the other areas too prior to the boss, I'm also spawn killing with these fire grenades right here. These fire grenades, and I'm not running status effect or anything like that. Nothing like that. Just plain old fire grenades are destroying the content in Legendary from spawn killing them because I know where they're coming out of, and I'm in position pre-throwing the fire grenade. Okay. Anyways, though, it's not even done yet. Here's another whopper that is just insane, okay? This is insane. So, after you're done with each room, okay, you can change your loadout, right? And you can change back to your loadout. So, for instance, right, let's say I just cleared the beginning part and I used all my fire grenades, right? I can then switch to this loadout with a different class, demo, right? And then I can switch back to my DUA class with the crossbow, and I will have all of my fire grenades back. It's been like this for a while. I'm pretty sure it's intended since it's been like this forever, or I'm pretty sure they would have fixed it by now. But yeah, so when I clear the beginning, I use all my fire nades. I use eight fire nades or whatever you get, and then I go to the next part. I have 8 fire nades again for that little itty bitty part. I go to the next part. I have 8 more fire grenades, and I am just flame on. Please press that like and subscribe button if you would like to see more content. Follow your boy I Ape.